Hey guys, welcome back. So today we'll be picking up Thor, son of Asgard, and we'll be picking the part 6 of the True Triumphant, which happens to be the last issue. So with the previous 5 issues, Thor, Balder, and Sif, they went around collecting 4 different artifacts, of which a magical weapon would be made out of. They got 3 alright, but the last one, which was supposed to be waters from the lake of Lilita, they got there and the lake has been dried out. So as a souvenir, Thor got some of the sand from that place and brought it back just so that he could remember his failure. He came back into fighting a war against Canilla since she has waged war on Asgard, but the war was won by the Asgardians, and whilst they were standing there, Canilla shoots a magic arrow into Thor's chest and Thor dies. And so before we get into this issue, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and after watching everything, if you like it, like the video of course. And so this issue picks up with Thor still being dead and Canilla on the roof thinking, with all this happening, Odin is surely going to seek retribution, and this might actually be her chance to ambush Odin in his room. She got there and surprise surprise, this dude is waiting for her in the room, crackling with thunder with Mjolnir in hand. Like, this dude is already prepared for 1v1 rematch. But when Odin asked her if she was here to give condolences for attacking Asgard, she was like, nah, come on, I'm coming to kill you, man. Is it only me that thinks she's going against way above her weight class? Or maybe she thinks Odin is all full of grey hair around his head? It wasn't so much of a fight, it was more of a beatdown, because the fight was mostly Odin all the way. Like, the fight is pretty much one-sided, and what I mean by one-sided is like when Canilla got one shot in, it was only because Odin was a little bit distracted, and after that it wasn't even a contest. But Odin grabbed her and asked her if she wanted to yield, and she was like, nah, I would die before I yield. And Odin was like, yes, yes, yes. That was kind of what I was hoping for. Yes. And then the beatdown continues again as he knocks Canilla out of the room through the gate. But once he himself got out, he realized that Thor was dead. And when he got there, he felt kind of sad about Thor's death, because he kind of wanted Thor to become a king, and that's why he sent him on the quest. But he feels like pushing Thor too much has brought about his death today, and that's why he is feeling so bad about himself. And while he expresses his emotions, he took Thor souvenir, the death he gathered from Lake Lilita, and spreads it on Thor's chest and continues his eulogy, which makes me kind of feel weird. Like, come on, this is not even a funeral and you're already giving an eulogy. But he lets them know that a father's love or a parent's love is kind of expected, but to be loved by a friend or someone from outside your family, that's actually pure. And for Balder, who has loved Thor since they were children, and even though Thor is not his blood, he still loves Thor as a brother. And for Sif, he loves Thor because Thor has a noble heart and a kind soul. And Odin was kind of like, even though Thor is my son and I've lost a son, he is also a friend to others, and the pain is theirs to share. And so while Sif bends over to give Thor a farewell kiss, her tears dropped on Thor's chest, which turns the sand into a liquid. And then boom, Thor is back to life. But Odin wasn't surprised because he knew what he was doing. And in our last issues, we talked about how Odin was omniscient and he knows a lot of stuff. Even though he doesn't have absolute power, he has omniscience to make up for that. And so he knew that if the sand of Lake Lilita comes into contact with true love, it will turn into liquid, which in turn has healing powers, which could be able to heal Thor. And that's why when all the people gathered around Thor, he was like, hey, you Sif, come, cry, cry, come and cry on this dude, he needs it. But what I mean was that it was kind of the reason why when Odin got there, he spread the sand on Thor's chest and tried and triggered Sif Boulder in order to see if he could draw like a true love tear from them. And when Thor came back, he was like, why is everyone surrounded and why is everyone looking at me weird? Like, did I do something wrong? And Odin was like, son, you was dead. Man.
First time.
And I mean, I don't get this dude. Like, you came back, plugged an arrow out of your chest, and you're still asking what happened here? Dude, get your head straight. And I mean, what if the arrow has got through in his head? That would have been worse. But right after that, Canela grabs Loki again. And I mean, this dude was standing right here and now there. Come on, Loki, come on. And so Canela grabbed Loki with the intention that if she can't have Thor, then she will have Loki rather, because Loki is also a son of Odin, so that should suffice. And she goes on about telling them about how Loki tried to sabotage their quest from summoning the dragon and conjuring trolls like rock trolls along the ways and all those kind of things, and now he's going to take Loki's life. So if Asgardians are like, no, don't kill Loki, she's still going to kill Loki because deep down they hate him. And Loki was there like, no, no, why you gotta tell him all that? Why? Nah, come on, man, no. I mean, this is all Asgard. This is all of Asgard. Why? And Balder then steps in and kind of told Cadilla that she's stupid. Well, I mean, he didn't say it directly, but it was like, if you say Asgard hates Loki, then that means if you kill Loki, deep down, if they hate him and you kill him, like, you'll be doing Asgard a favor. So if really you want to get back at Asgard, then you should take someone that Asgard loves. So why not take me instead? And at this point, Canila, she knew that Balder has a solid point, but she doesn't really understand why Balder would give up his life to save someone who is seemingly like his enemy, like a person that sabotaged his mission. Like, why? But he told her that he is a one with pure heart, and in his heart there are no rooms for enemies. And also he believes there is good in everyone, even in Kanila herself, which really got Kanila emotional, and now she has to leave. So she teleported away from there, of which she did weirdly. Like, I don't know what the hell is this, like, what is? And everyone was kind of wondering, like, come on, like, where is she? Like, are you sure she's gone? And Odin chimes in and then tells everyone that yeah, Canela is gone and she won't return for a long time, because what Border did today, it got to her and she's going to think about that thing for a long time. But in the next month, the weapon was forged, and then Thor, Balder, and Sif, they are all sitting at the table and thinking about who might get the sword. And Thor, he knew he is not in for it, because I mean, this dude was dead. But also he knows he's going to be worthy of Mjolnir, so he's not trying to get into any contest. And then Odin came out with a sword which he names Svadrin, and awards the sword to Balder because of his inspiration of what he did with Canela, and how he showed everyone that there's still value in mercy and compassion, and that's why tonight he has earned the sword Svadrin. Et voila. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video if you like it, of course. And more and more of this story will be coming. Like, we are left with 6 issues and it's a 12 issues run, so left with 6 more issues, and it contains 2 parts of 2 stories. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and be notified when I drop a video. Peace. And I can't shake the fact that Thor was brought back from being dead by tears from love, like love tears from Sif, who Thor wanted for a long time in this series. And Thor was talking back and was thinking about whether he has finished his conquest or not, and totally ignored the fact that he was brought back by Sif, who had the love tear drop on him. And Thor, really,